So good afternoon all once again. I think we can start and probably whoever will be joining can join later directly. So thank you all for joining this session. I am not sure how many of you have tried all the features of PlanXcel. So in this particular session, I prefer to run through in detail about all the features so that it will give you a full overview of all the features and how effectively you can use the tool in different ways, depending upon what all are your needs. Am I audible? Is my voice clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
clear. It's perfect.
okay,
Yeah,
good.
perfect.
Okay, I'll take you through a quick introduction of PlanXcel and then we'll run through the features overview and then we'll directly dive into the live demo. We'll take features one by one. We can add data to it to see how things are working on. And I prefer to have an interactive session. So preferably maybe after a few features, I will pause and then I'll expect somebody if you have any clarifications required, can raise those clarifications and I'll try to clear all of them so that it will be a fruitful session. Um, so let's start with what and why PlanXcel. So that is the most important thing we need to understand. What is the difference it is bringing on? We have a lot of tools available in the market. We have been using, most of you, I believe, are in planning or are dealing with the planning softwares. So basically, we are more conventional with the main planning softwares like the or MSP. But what is different with PlanXcel? So this is what we will try to understand, and then we can see on how to download it. So when you look from the PlanXcel point of view, it is one of the innovative way it has been made, and it is derived based on our experience. So if we can say our practical experience, whatever we are facing in during our planning careers, whatever we understood, what is the requirement from the different customers we are dealing with, depending on to reach out all of them as fast as could, as effective as we could, as efficient as we could. Plan Excel is one product derived out of it. So it is based on Excel, which is a most widely used supporting software from Microsoft. So it is an Excel-based add-in which can be directly blended into the Excel. Once it is installed, it will be coming as a separate ribbon. I'll take you all of that in detail. So it is very easy to integrate with Excel. It will work from 2013 and above of all Excel versions. And we don't have any specific system requirements to run PlanXcel. The better the RAM, the most faster the calculations will be. That is the normal for all the softwares. The second part is that it is a very user-friendly softwares. It is all based on clicks and drags. So the amount of input what is required is very limited, or it is basically brought it from the main softwares or the main planning the softwares. And just to hint you that this is not a scheduling software, so don't expect the scheduling features of those main softwares in PlanXcel. This is a tracking and monitoring tool, and you can say. Um, and it can be used by anybody. You don't require to have a planning knowledge to see how the schedules has to be prepared in PlanXcel. Once you have a basic idea how you want to build the project or how you want to complete a project, you can just simply convert that idea into a visual form. That is the use of PlanXcel. And it is a feature-rich product, and has a lot of tools. It can be used for all types of monitoring with respect to the activities, resource management, cost tracking, and also you can create micro planning for the engineers. If you have a window to complete any task, they can create easily the micro planning for it, and then they can monitor by themselves. They don't need to have anybody separate to give them any assistance. So since it is purely based on Excel, I saw one raised hand. Anything need to be clarified now? Okay, I'll continue. So, so what are the main challenges what PlanXcel can or may able to dilute? One is related to the project delays, which everybody is facing because of the non-adherence of the schedule. This could be mainly because of the either non-understanding of the schedule, what are the assumptions on that schedule, or there is no easy way to see how the schedule can be met. So this is one issue. Second issue is related to the data visibility itself, because many of time when we are receiving the schedules, especially to the construction team, they are receiving it in terms of PDF copies or Excel dumps, and we are not since Primavera is expensive software, nobody has or not nobody, I can say many of you does not have the access to those Primavera directly. So the access to the schedules are mostly through PDF copies, and because of which drilling down into the details was very difficult, and also people lose their track with respect to how they are expected to achieve that, what is required the gates. So those informations were a bit not available in those versions. Then we are talking about the data inconsistencies. What is happening is when you are giving targets to the others, you are using one software for monitoring those targets, and then when it is given to the others, they are having separate reports, and that inconsistencies happens. But if you're having using a common tool like which is popular like Excel, then everybody can understand, things can be much easier. The same formats can be followed by everybody, and that same can be asked from everybody to provide the feedback, and that can be fed into the main software, which can create some uniformity in the data what is expected. Then the last point I'm just trying to highlight is related to the resource management. One is related to the real requirement of resources in terms of materials, equipment, as well as labor. How we can optimize it? Where is the peak coming in? Why the peak is coming in? Is there any possibility that we can have a resource leveling? Whether we can shift those dates? Which are those dates which is affected? So all those things, if it is very easy to understand, then we can do prior checks, and then we can do it in the main schedule, because every time doing it in the main schedule is not an easy task. So, coming to the features of PlanXcel, it is a tool which can generate Gantt charts. It's a matter of only giving the dates. Start and finish date is sufficient to generate the Gantt charts, and then Gantt charts can be created in terms of any calendars. It can be of yearly, monthly, or weekly calendars, or even daily calendars. It's a matter of only clicks if the calendar changes, and then the bar chart changes accordingly. Then comes to the resource distributions. We have different methods of distributions. We have the fixed method distribution. We have the normal distributions with the linear method. Or if you want to have any resource curves to be used, that is also possible. So this helps in creating rundown curves for all the commodities with ease, because when we have for the extracts from the main softwares with respect to the dates, you have to just load in their quantities, and then it will create the requirements in terms of the weekly achievements or the daily achievements, which can be used for later for the tracking of the commodities as well. Then we have the workload analysis, where in which we can see what is the workload coming in front of you. If you have multiple teams working on it, what is the individual workload coming for each of them? And these are all can be created easily because it is all based on Excel again. Then we have a very good tool with respect to the Primavera P6 interface, where in which you can simply copy and paste it from P6 to Excel, and then you can modify it to have a similar look of P6. And also we have enhanced the feature, where in which it can blend into the PlanXcel template itself, one which you can use all the other tools of all other features of PlanXcel. For example, the workload analysis or resource distribution or the reports or whatever you name it, all these features can be used once they have this feature in. Then we have the S-curve analysis, where in which when you are creating an S-curve, yes, definitely S-curves are coming out from the main planning softwares. But if you want to dissect it to see what is the gain requirement from which activities the gains are coming in, yes, there are possibilities in basics, but this is faster. That is and it is much easier to understand why it is coming like that and why it can be changed. So if you want to change any resource allocations or anything, then it is much easier because it's all based on Excel's powerful tools like pivot tables and other summarizing features. Then we have something called the performance tracking in terms of plan actual forecast. This is also an innovative methods where in which we can create a plan, we fix the plan, we monitor the quantities against it as actuals, and the forecast is also automatically generated based on the finish date what we are setting. So any of the time, what we do is when we want to keep the schedule intact, we always play with the finish dates. So we always try to keep the finish date same without affecting the milestones. So what will happen because of that, when you have the quantities running and then if you're not performing well, then the quantities which has to be completed in the balance durations goes up. So that is made clear in this particular feature here. So where in which the forecasts are calculated, so you automatically see how you have performed in the past and how you have to perform in order to meet those needs. This makes it easier for us to understand what should be the remaining duration in reality and how we can put the actuals against it. We can also do the forecasting of it. We can use it for calculation of the earned values, then the planned values. We can calculate the SPIs, the CPIs. All those features are available. These are all since that is available in Excel itself. You can play around with it, whatever informations you want to do. Then we have the comprehensive reporting tool as well. We have both tabular as well as graphical tools, and the tabular reports can be customized to have all your logos and the headings intact. So once you set it, then automatically whatever reports you are generating automatically comes out through that. So with this, that is the quick introduction of PlanXcel, and now I'll take you directly into how to download it, and we'll run through into Excel itself. If you have any questions at this point of time, you can ask, and then we can move forward. Any? Shall I continue?
I continue.
Okay. Okay. So first thing is related to how to download PlanXcel. So the PlanXcel is available in our website. So unicorninfo.com is our website, and inside we have this PlanXcel added, and then there are videos, whatever is being published is already there, and then you have the download options, and you can download either it as a exe file or as a zip file. And these exe files is for automatic installations now. And once you download it, it will come like a setup file, um, like this PlanXcel setup file. And you can double click on it, and it will take you through the installations sequence and install. Okay, so this is Excel is open. Okay, so the PlanXcel is now installed. So this is the README is to give a guidance of it. So when you normally open Excel now, yeah, you can see a dedicated ribbon of PlanXcel has been populated now. So this is all the tools related to PlanXcel will be available in this ribbon.